Hello YouTube, welcome back for another how to play guide video. For the first time we have here an OP13 leader, red blue ace. And you can watch my previous post, my 2.0 deck profile about this deck. And this time I'm gonna explain how the deck pretty much works, what the possibilities you can do in the top 3 format decks, so like in the Mira, against Emu and Sorrow. So before we're going to start this guide, don't forget to like the video, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And let's get into it. So this is the deck. It works the best going second. So we're going to put 2 dons like this. And then what you usually do in your first turn as a going second is just potentially play one of your searchers. That can be an ESO. That can look at the top 5 of your deck to add a white-beard included card except for ESO to your hand. Or Garb, if your leader is Monkey D, Luffy, Portgas D, Ace or Sabo, you can look at the top 4 of your deck to add 1 card to your hand that has at least the cost of 3 or greater to your hand. And then as backup, if you don't have 2 but you still want to go to your deck to find certain cards, then you have Otama. When your life is 3 or less, you get to draw 2 cards and trash 1 of your hands. So, and then, other than that, with your second don, you're gonna put one underneath your leader, because if you may take damage from an opponent's attack, you get to draw 1 card extra by his ability because you took damage. So instead of 1 card to your hand as damage, you get 2 cards. And an ace wants to build up a hand size as early as possible, then to go through the end game of the match. And then if you go into your 4th dawn like this, there are 2 possibilities you can do. Is to play out with these 3 dawns as much searches out as possible to maintain your hand and setting yourself up to go every turn with answers against your opponents. And especially in the mirror match, because the moment both sides can drop 6 dons, it's going to be a lot of Josu battles. So yeah, you can do all 3 dons if it's possible to play out as much searches as possible. And then what the last don give it to your leader. Or the possible what also you can do is use all 4 of them to play out the Marco. But the problem is by playing Marco out in a mirror match is that the ace itself has an answer to that going the 4th on turn, because let's say now we're going second, we play let's put the discard side. We play out the Marco for 4, and then it's turn. Then the opponent goes to the 5th don. Now, to answer the Marco is by using these 4 dons, is by playing out the Atmos. You can reveal 2 cards from your hand that has a white bear type included in the cards, to send 1 4-drop or less for your opponents back to their hand. So Atmos can bounce back the Marco. And then with that, the other side, the second going side, is already lost some protection and the tempo. So there's a possibility he's gonna lose a card of 1 or 2 more than usual. And there are also possibilities from the 4th to the 5th on turn, is that in the mirror match, that pudding is a very crucial card in it. Because both sides will go and end up with a big hand size. So it is like the bet of dropping the pudding at the right moment. Because if you just throw out the pudding reckless in the mirror match, you can expect over a turn or 3 of 2 or 3 of your opponents, he's going to have the same hand size again the turn you shoved it all the way. So that is a very crucial card to use. Now, and also on the 5th on turn, if you're going first, there's only one logical explanation to play, is to play out the Yamato, because Yamato says if your life is 3 or less, you get to draw 2 cards from deck to your hand, and then you give one of your rested dons to your leader. But if you're going to the 6th Dawn, that's what I explained with the Josu, because if you happen to have all these small body searches out, every time with the Josu, you play, bounce something small, bounce something big to the opponent's back to hands. And appropriately then, the opponent will then answer back at the 7th on turn with their own Josu to bounce your back to the hands. So from there is a little bit of a Josu battle until the 8th on turn that can happen something very differently. And we're going to the turn now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is, you play out the I am Whitebeard. So for a total of 8 dons, you can cheese out an Edward Newgate from your hands. So it can be both the 9-drop, which I personally more prefer to use it more on the 9 don turn. But if you, every time you play this out, you want to play out the 10-drop Newgate, that's also a blocker. And then let you draw 2 cards and give 2 arrested dons to your leader and any of your characters. So example on this, if he has 2 dons underneath him and he declares an attack, you get to KO one character upon the side that has 3k power or less. And then usually then you're gonna keep spamming that if possible with these 2, because eventually on the 10th turn, every time you do the combo, you're gonna have 2 dons left, and there's some possibilities you can do. You can play out the Uta. It has 2k, but if you control a character with 10k power or more, her cost reduces to 2, so she only costs 2 don to play out a 4k body blocker, which is amazing. Or you can keep him up. You can protect yourself with Radical Beam. That gives any of your leader or character plus 2k power, but if your life is 1 or less, it gives an additional 2k with it. So with 1 card, you will counter out the whole attack with 4k. And yeah, after spamming all that, you're gonna drop if the opponent's or your life is at 0. You're gonna drop out the Roger, because Roger says if your opponent or your life hits 0 and your opponent activates a blocker, you win the game. So what does it mean? It means your leader and all characters you will have on the field at that moment will share the same ability as Roger, like I have 0 life, I declare an attack with Newgate, and you decide, okay, I'm gonna block that, I win the game. So the end goal of this deck is to draw as much hand size as possible, to search out your pieces, drop as many big Edward Newgates on the field as you can, to eventually later to drop out Roger. But what happens, let's say for example, I drop out the Roger and both players still has 1 life. Doesn't matter, he still has rush of 13k, you can use it. But if to the next turn it happens you get rid of a life, or opponents, or both keep it, like, okay, we're gonna keep it at 1-1 because Roger on the field, there is a specific answer for that. So I'm gonna grab my second big boy. Okay, for example, this is our end board. We're then done with 1 life left. There is 1 card specific that can turn this whole around, because for 1 don we play out the touch. And touch says on play, you can take the top of your life to your hand as a cost and reduce any character on the field with -2k. But what happens is, I got myself at 0 life, with 9 open dons left, with a 6, a 10, 2 12s and a 13 on the board. So this is gonna be a huge game. And then and just before I forget these two, the first one is, at the 6th on turn, you won't be able to play out a Josu, a Yamato, or a Marco. There is an option, you can still play out the red Yamato, because he says active main once per turn. You can give one of your rested dons to your leader. If the leader is land of Wano type or Portgas the ace, you can give one rested don, and then she will game rush. And then the other card, it's like a controversial, like play it or not, but there is still the red rock, because in the mirror match it can get rid of one of the blockbeards or the shanks in the Roger deck, for example. But I'm still experimenting still with my build. Still have uploaded my 2.0 on the deck profile, so please don't forget to check that out. And thank you for watching for how to play guide with OP13 Red Blue Portgas the Ace. So, if you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, leave a like, comment your comment section in the comment section below. Turn on the notification bell and subscribe for more videos. And I will see you next time. So until then, be awesome, stay awesome, and see you next time. Bye bye.